So Fristos just gets out of his room and goes downstairs.
You go downstairs to the ground floor, to the usual main hall of the Chimera's Head Inn, where you see Arpad, Nicolas, and a stranger, a person you've never seen before, for whom you could actually roll. And you can also see the two men you saw the previous night when you first entered the inn, who are all by themselves in another table at the corner of the inn. So you've got a 16. The first thing you notice about the man, he's probably a foreigner by the looks of it. The way he's dressed and how his hair look, blonde and long and loose. He's wearing a cloak quite exquisite. What strikes you most is his eyes, his yellow cat eyes.
I go towards the table where my friends and the Witcher sit. Welcome, friends. I see you have a new companion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Fristos, son of Clestafras. I come from Etolia, and I'm a doctor. Now I look at Nicolas. I apologize for not coming earlier, my friend. If you want, I can treat your wants this very moment.
When I see Fristos approaching and after he introduces himself, I immediately get up, I smile at him and I say, "No, my friend, please don't worry about this at this time. I'm very happy you decided to join us, and I hope this means that you're feeling better. Please, take my seat."
I try not to seem too rude, but I kind of look. I don't want to say down upon him because that sounds mean, but
The moment Fristos stepped on ground floor, your medallion started vibrated lightly. And as soon as he came close to the table, it started shifting around your neck.
I've heard a lot about you. I hope that you can take care of the knight over here. He suffered quite a thrashing. Perhaps we can fill you in on what happened in the past day or so.
Sit down, good doctor. Take some mahakam mead. I'll just pour a glass. A tankard.
Fristos accepts and takes a sip, and he responds, of course, I will take care of my friend, but I assume that I owe you some explanation for my absence. You see, there are times when my stomach hurts. I know that my condition is approaching. It was decades ago, I think, when it started. I don't believe in superstitions, but I do think that I am somehow cursed or hexed. You see, sometimes when I do my doctor work, when I treat the patients, when I perform operations, I happen to butcher things, treat patients wrongly. This very morning I woke up with my stomach hurting, probably a superstition and a poor excuse for why I couldn't get outside, and I apologize for believing such nonsense.
Nonsense, my friend. We're all glad that you're feeling better. And as I say that, I quickly lean over to Arpad and I whisper, "Do you think that damned snake may have bitten him and got him sick?"
Undoubtedly. I look at our good doctor. I spread my arms and I say, "Don't worry, my friend. If you think you're cursed, we've got ourselves a Witcher right here. So if there's anything wrong, he can check you out."
We've been hearing about curses and hexes ever since I got to this town. If we take a careful look at this, we might get quite a hefty sum.
You've got my attention, Sir Witcher.
Depends on the severity of the curse. Lifting a curse is not an easy thing. So then I look at the doctor and say, describe this curse you think you have.
I think we have a more urgent matter at this moment. Nicolas, can I treat to you wounds now that I have refreshed myself?
Yes. Should we go to your or my room? Or would you prefer if you treated me here in the common room?
Master Innkeeper, can you lead us to the most clean room in your fine establishment?
Matos approaches in a hurry. He's got a towel in his right hand, a pan in his left hand, and says, "Master Doctor, every room in my inn is clean, even yours. I believe Zerka took care of that."
I think I should roll to know whether it is indeed a proper, environment to perform operations.
You probably need something intelligence-based. And for that, I would say you can roll diagnose as a loose translation of the skill to determine exactly what you are asking for.
I have rolled awareness. Can I see what's in the pan?
There's nothing in the pan.
Nothing!
Someone's hungry.
Oh, god damn it.
He's just wiping the pan with the towel.
Because we hadn't gotten our bear meat yet, had we?
I'd say that with a 15, I don't know if you're looking for the most sterilized environment, which probably in this world wouldn't be something easy to find, but you don't feel quite comfortable to do it here.
It's probably best to perform the operation in one of our rooms. Do you prefer to do it in your room or in my room?
Either one is fine with me. Well, wait. The snake is going to be in your room. Let's try mine.
Matos is standing there. You didn't dispose him.
Oh. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I'm jesting, of course. I'm jesting. I turn to Matos and I say, please, good man, prepare for me. I'm about to say hot. And then I remember I do not have a lot of money. Cold bathtub, please.
I'd say you need to roll for deception now.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Not a very good roll.
You got an 11. He got a 25.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
He takes a step back, then takes a second, looks at you and says, first of all, why do you need a cold bath? Second and most importantly, I do not enjoy jests with reptiles inside my inn. I may not have the customers I used to have, but that doesn't mean I appreciate things I don't know exist.
Oh, it's a job. One of my boots is made from snake skin. And you see, even if the snake is dead, it was still a snake when it was alive. My friend here is very afraid of snakes. That's why he doesn't want to be treated in the same room where the boot made out of snake skin is located.
He scratches his chin and looks at your feet, then looks at you.
Is this snake gonna get us kicked out? Arpad looks at the gnome nervously.
You got a critical, so you need to reroll your d10. 24. Okay, I'll entertain you. This is a new lie. You got a 16. I would never have guessed that a man so well built, wearing an armor, would be scared of snakes. Not even my daughter is scared of snakes.
Good sir, I am not afraid of snakes. A knight of the realm can never be afraid of snakes. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with weird grooming or styling some of the more exotic races of the continent possess. But be a good man, be a good lad, and prepare for me that bath. I bled for this village. I think I deserve it.
Dear friend, I know we may probably have abused your welcome far by now, but would it be possible to prepare a hot bath?
Take this key. This is a key to one of the best rooms in my inn. It has a bathtub inside, because otherwise you should go to the cabin on the back of the inn and use the common baths there. I will be with you shortly, and I will bring 2 buckets of hot water. Please, this must stay between you and me. He looks back over his shoulder again, then turns to look at you and says, Zerka must never find out.
Don't be scared, my friend. That should stay between us men.
I want to ask Matos why.
Master Dwarf, I assume you're not married, are you?
I cross my arms, I straighten my back, and I look at him. Matos, we are here to help you. And we hear rumors from the villagers that you or your daughter are responsible for this ailment or this affliction that is fallen upon jealousy. It would be best for you to just be honest and refrain from making snide remarks.
I put my hand on Arpad and I whisper to him, please, let's not do this now. I have something to tell you. And then I look at Matos and I say, forgive me, innkeeper, but disregard what the dwarf said right now and please go back to your work. I have to speak to him in private.
I continue to look at Matos angrily.
I never implied anything, I just asked if you're married. If you were married, you would understand that as much as men try to think that they are the ones mastering the house, they are not. And I can definitely tell you that as much as I want you to be our guests and help us in this hour of need, my wife does not share my optimism that you will actually come through. She already has said to me in an absolutely sensible and reasonable way that many travelers have come through jealousy and you could just be, how do I put it and to not offend you, imposters.
Oh, come on, good man. We've only been here for half a day and we've already disposed of a bear. A great one, no less.
I know. I keep telling her, but you know how women are.
Now, my good chap.
Actually, do you know?
This is not the time.
I slam my fist on the table.
And I throw my hands in the air. Wait, I don't like where this is going, and I'm already a bit hurt. Please don't hurt my feelings as well. Matos, I'm in need of medical attendance and then a nice bath. Please go. And can I roll leadership to make him hurry up and end this argument here?
It's not like you are inspiring him to do something
Then persuade him.
Yeah, okay, it's better. Guys, you are killing him. Why are you doing this to him? He's with you.
He's killing Nicolas. My man is bleeding on the floor here and they're talking about snakes and marriage and go get medical attention.
I can hardly breathe. Why do you do this to me as well?
So it's a 19.
He starts pretty well with a 1, followed by a 5. All in all, he got a 2. He lowers his arms. He hangs his head low. Please forgive me. I meant no disrespect.
No offense taken. Go.
I will, Sir Knight. As he says that, he leans and whispers, the room is in the 2nd floor. He leaves the table while looking grudgingly towards Arpad and goes to the kitchen.
I look at him the entire way as he's walking.
You go to your room, get your surgery kit, your satchel where you keep every useful item you need for surgical operations, and then proceed with Nicolas on the 2nd floor. There are 3 doors. One on your right, one on your left, and one straight ahead. Which is the one you're looking for? As you enter the room, you can see a double bed, a bathtub behind a wooden panel that separates it from the rest of the room, lots of drawers, a closet, and a boudoir.
As I start undressing, I'm trying to make it sound like it's small talk and inconsequential, but I'm actually asking Fristos about his care. So I go, Fristos, you didn't really mean that you have actual thoughts, a hex or a curse has been inflicted on you. This was just a manner of speaking, right?
Fristos is worried. You see that he doesn't really know what to say, and he doesn't want to make you worried. And finally, Fristos says, there are things on Earth that philosophers have not dreamed of. Do curses exist? Do they not? Sometimes when I perform a surgery operation, it doesn't go as well as it should, even though I did my best. But don't worry, my friend, I won't disappoint you today.
You never have, my friend. And forgive me, I didn't want to pry. You've had a rough day. I have no right to ask you this, but for what it's worth, you've been always true and kind to me, and I owe you. And I give you my word that if there's something to be done, we will do it so you can be free of any affliction you might have. Perhaps our meeting with this Witcher, Vinyff, who seems like a capable man, was not completely left to chance. Maybe the lady, maybe she brought him to our way.
Thank you. But now let's focus on your affliction, my friend.
I bite my tongue because I'm about to say more, and then I think that I've already said too much. My character is always trying to show a knightly, a chivalric side, and this gets me in trouble, even with my friend.
I do want to roll diagnose first, because I need to know what's probably best way to do.
You scored an 11, which is not quite enough. You try to understand what's wrong with his wound. The only thing you are certain is that your friend is not suffering from any critical wounds. Now, for your healing hands.
For healing hands, I have -2 or 1, I don't remember, on the curse.
2, yes. You needed a 14 and you rolled a 16. This is more than enough. You tend to Nicolas's wound, take good care of him, the bear claws slashed over his chest. You are doing an excellent job using your surgery kit to stitch him up, clean the wound, and he will be able to regain his precious health points. Now let's get back to the ground floor, where Arpad and Vinyff have been alone.
After they both leave upstairs, I sit back and I grab my medallion and I say in a low voice, but loud enough for Arpad to hear, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
I look at Vin, a bit confused, and see, what are you talking about?
Usually, people always exaggerate about curses and whatnot, and sometimes it can just be a common plague. But the second that gnome came near me, the closer he got, the stronger my medallion started vibrating. He said he was afflicted with a curse, and I don't know how he can be so relaxed about something like that.
Huh? What does your medallion have to do with this?
Well, our medallion, you see, it's quite special. It lets me know when there's something nearby. It can be an item, it can be a monster, or someone afflicted with a curse. Some magical power that emanates in the area in my medallion vibrates accordingly. And the stronger that phenomenon is, the stronger my medallion reacts. And when that gnome walked down and got closer to us, my medallion vibrated stronger and stronger. And that's why I wanted him to keep talking about this curse, but it seems that the knight's health is of much importance.
Are you saying that he's actually cursed?
I can tell you one thing for sure. My medallion is never wrong. Now, I don't know how long you've known this gnome, but can you tell me anything more about him, his behavior, sleep schedule, how he behaves?
I start stroking my beard, and it's like, well, I have maintained that he is odd, in a way. I mean, and I lean in. What person keeps a pet snake?
Forget the snake. I want to know if you noticed anything odd about him. Does he wake up in the middle of the night? Or does he disappear on certain times of the month? How does he behave around people? Or does he talk to himself? Or anything weird about his physical condition? Anything that can maybe help me put my finger on the direction we should take?
Well, nothing comes to mind immediately, but he does tend to go on long speeches sometimes. In order for somebody to willingly work with people close to death, with the guts spilling out and everything, you have to have something not quite right with you, don't you? I mean, I understand inflicting those sort of wounds because you're in a battle, but willingly surrounding yourself with that as your job, I don't know.
Then again, he's a man of his profession, so...
True. And he is a gnome, so they might just be like that. I wasn't from Mahakam, so I haven't met that many dwarves, so I don't know a lot about them.
Do you think we should speak to him, or is it something he keeps... I mean, he did just come out and say it to a person he met just a few minutes ago, which is, to me, a bit odd. But he seems open about it. I think perhaps we should ask him, or go up there and see what he has to say.
I think you're right, and if he is cursed, who knows if that curse will... Can it jump over to us? Can we be affected by it?
Don't know what it is, but we better find out, shall we?
We better. Just watch out. There is a snake up there.
That's alright. The curse worries me more than the reptile.
I get up, and I gesture for the Witcher to lead.
Are you going to Fristos' room, or to the room they currently are?
Where they are right now.
Where they are, yeah.